This morning on Daybreak, authorities in Lawrence County are increasing the reward they're offering for info about vandalization in a cemetery.
And Springfield City Council has made a decision on whether or not to make one building in town a historic site.
Plus, another Traffic Tuesday segment for you, how to properly and safely make those left-hand turns at stoplights. We break it all down for you this morning here on Daybreak.
Well, good morning. Thanks for joining us. It's Tuesday, June 4th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. Of course, plenty to get to, and that traffic will increase as the summer is approaching right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for travel, you're probably right. Yeah, all of those topics sound so simple when we say them, but there's really a lot more to them. It's like, we all know how to left turn, but there are certain circumstances where the lines are a little bit more blurred.
I always think that, and then Hannah always breaks it down and helps explain a little bit. So she'll check in with us in just a few minutes here. Of course, we need to also check in with meteorologist Elisa Rafa this morning, detailing those forecasts for us, right?
Yeah.
That's a great intro.
It was beautiful. It was wonderful. We've got just a couple of clouds out there this morning. It's another quiet start. A little bit muggy. And today's weather will be pretty similar to yesterday. A couple of showers and storms with a severe threat.
Yeah, I noticed a little clouds where I was yesterday. Some people probably got some rain. Some may not have seen anything.
Yeah, it was pretty scattered, and it lasted through about 9 or 10 o'clock and then kind of died down a little bit. But this morning we're starting out with a couple of clouds. Temperatures are in the 60s, and we've got those dew points pretty muggy in spots, too. A little bit muggier than yesterday. It's 69 degrees in Springfield with that dew point at 64. We've got a couple of clouds out there this morning and a spotty shower up around Stockton and Nevada. Some really tiny showers around Osceola, El Dorado Springs, and Appleton City there. Temperatures otherwise are in the 60s, so they're warmer than yesterday. It's 69 in Springfield and 63 in Rolla. A front still riding the Ozarks, where it still feels pretty crisp in Rolla with a dew point of 55, but it's much more muggy in Springfield and areas to the south and west. So again, that muggy meter, most of us are a little bit sticky and humid this morning. Very few of us to the north and east feel a little bit more comfortable. So we're mostly dry out there this morning. We'll bring back a chance for some showers and thunderstorms by this afternoon and evening. Again, they'll be pretty spotty. Not everyone will get the rain, but we'll keep that chance in there at the pool, so you want to keep that in mind. Here's today's severe threat. We've got details on more wind and hail possible coming up in 10 minutes.
We begin this hour with what's making news now. Patients and businesses now have access to forms for getting medical marijuana. The Department of Health and Human Services will post application forms today that will allow patients to apply for a medical marijuana ID card. Businesses interested in cultivating or dispensing will have to fill out those apps as well. You can't turn in any applications until July 4th, though. We'll post a link where you can find all those forms on our website. That's over on ozarksfirst.com.
Family members are seeking help from the public to help catch people who destroyed their loved ones' graves. Over in Lawrence County at Lee Cemetery, upwards of 50 headstones were destroyed or toppled over the last weekend. Some of the tombstones date back to 1850 and were the last remaining information of the person lying in that grave. Family members say they can never get it back now. It happened sometime over the weekend, and the Lawrence County Sheriff suspects more than one person is involved. They are now increasing the reward money.
The Cemetery Association has offered a $1,000 reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction. And because this is such a big issue out there, the Sheriff's Office is also going to add an additional $1,000 for that information.
It's expensive to repair the damage that they've done. Some of the stones were destroyed, so those stones, especially the old ones, can never be replaced, and that information is lost forever.
For information on how to call in tips, you can visit our website, ozarksfirst.com.
Let's move to a follow-up now. We've got a review of last night's City Council meeting for you. Some of the changes that have been made that are noteworthy. The Housing Code has changed to declare weeds over 7 inches tall as a nuisance as opposed to 12. 5 properties will be condemned near Battlefield and Fremont to widen and improve the intersections. The land purchase for the fire department's 13th fire station was also approved. It'll be built on College Street west of Kansas Expressway. And after debate, council also voted no on designating the Treadways store and gas station as a historical site. Many members from Galloway Village thought the store should be preserved. The resolution did fail in a 5-4 vote. Another bill to rezone 5 acres on West Division for another Eden Village was tabled until the next meeting.
Moving Moving on to your Traffic Tuesday report here in Springfield, there are many ways to make a left turn depending on the intersection.
When turning left and being guided by an arrow, it may seem some lights longer than others. Hannah Zettel break it all down for us this morning.
That's right, Lauren and Joe. It is true that some green or flashing yellow arrows last longer than others. That all depends on how congested oncoming traffic is compared to that number of motorists wanting to make a left turn. I spoke with traffic signal engineer Jason Saliba to find out how many cars should make it through that arrow in time.
The minimum green time for a left turn arrow is usually going to be 5 to 7 seconds. It might go anywhere up to 10 to 20 seconds. It just depends on the intersection. With that minimum time of about 7 seconds or so, you're probably going to get about 5 cars through per lane. If you're at an intersection with dual left turn lanes, be sure to use both lanes because a lot of times we'll see congestion at that left turn because everyone's piled up in one lane and the other lane's not being used. Flashing yellow arrow versus the solid arrow. The solid green arrow, it assigns that driver looking at that arrow the right of way, so they have the right of way at that point. However, if they're looking at a flashing yellow arrow, then that is telling them caution, use caution, you have to yield to the people on the other side of the intersection. It's the same thing as a circular green. There's been studies that show that there's a higher correct response to the flashing yellow arrow.
That'll wrap up this week's Traffic Tuesday for you. If you have a traffic question that you want answered, let me know on Facebook or Twitter, and it might be featured soon.
Thank you, Hannah. We move to some more local news now. TLC Properties is no longer allowing smoking in 6 of its Springfield apartment buildings. The company says it wants to provide a healthier environment for its residents and guests by cutting down on secondhand smoke. The locations include Coryell Courts, Essex Place, Battlefield Park, Scenic Station, and Orchard Park. Smoking will be banned in 1,500 units total. The policies will be phased in over 12 to 18 months.
Missouri State University is moving forward with changes to JQH Arena. Yesterday, crews removed the signage from the building just near that bear. While the signs outside are gone, the signs inside will stay until new naming rights are established. University President Cliff Smart says he hopes to see a new contract reached in the next year.
And some medical news for you. If you're in need of a doctor, Cox Health is hoping to make that easier this summer. Until the end of July, you can use its virtual visits program for just $30. The fee is available to anyone, even if you don't have insurance. Virtual visits set you up to video chat with a doctor, and after the consultation, the doctor can prescribe any medications directly to a pharmacy. If you do have insurance and you can use it, you would just have to fill out a form like you normally would visit a doctor's office.
Still ahead for you this morning, Apple plans to split iTunes into 3.
Plus, one-day shipping already happening with Amazon Prime and some of its customers. Stick with us, everyone.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.